You were born for a purpose, which makes you responsible for life. To live effectively, you must answer 5 questions. I want to give you these 5 questions. You will never be effective until you answer them. As a matter of fact, so far I've come to the conclusion that very few people on this planet have answered these 5 questions. These 5 questions I have been sharing everywhere I've gone, because I believe that these are the 5 questions that control the human race. The first question, who am I? Everybody has to answer that question. Who am I? The second question, where am I from? You've got to know your source. You have to know your heritage. And I'm not talking about ethnic heritage here. Third question you must answer is, why am I here? Say it with me. Why am I here? You've got to answer that question. The fourth question everyone on this planet must answer is, what can I do? You must answer that question. Because if you don't answer that question, people will tell you what you could do and what you cannot do. And the fifth question of the human heart that must be answered is, where am I going? Everybody got to know their destination. There has to be a reason for getting up in the morning. You've got to know your life, not only in your destiny on earth, but beyond that as well. The first question, who am I, has to do with identity. Everybody say identity. The second question, write the word down, identity, next to that first question. The second question, where am I from, has to do with heritage. You must know your heritage. Thirdly, why am I here, has to do with purpose. You've got to have a sense of meaning and significance for your life. And the fourth question, what can I do, has to do with potential, ability, capacity. And the fourth question, where am I going, has to do with hope. A life without hope will always submit to suicide. To live effectively, you must answer these questions. Why? Because if you don't have the answer to these questions, you will, instead of having your own identity, take on someone else's. And most of the problem in our world today is driven by these 5 questions. That's why people join gangs. Why? They don't know who they are. They're trying to find an identity. So they wear leather jackets and cut their hair funny and grow their hair funny, and they try to wear different garb to get an identity. They don't know who they are. Where am I from? It's another problem. Folks are trying to find their heritage, so they try to go back to what they call roots. I'm not sure about this roots thing. You can't find out where you came from by going back to your ancestral land. As a matter of fact, I've discovered as a man of beautiful brown color that when I go to Africa, the Africans don't know who they are either. So if you go back there to find an identity, and that goes for you folks who have heritage in Scotland or Russia or Poland or Germany or wherever you're from, or whether it's India, if you go back there, them folks are as in much trouble as you are. You can't find your sense of identity in your land of your heritage. There has to be something beyond the land. Do you know why they call your land of heritage your motherland? Because mothers have no seed. That's why you don't carry your mother's name, because identity doesn't come from mothers, it comes from fathers.